called the Verve Room. And from the floating desk to the Starfield ceiling, if you didn't know what Verve was before, then get ready for liftoff.
Hi, my name's Lance Tankersley from Columbus, Georgia. Come take a step with me into outer space. My wife and I have lived in this house about 2 years.
Before Lance started on this project, the office was a blank slate. It had pink carpet and white walls.
We knew that we wanted a space-age room.
We both really appreciate design from the 40s, 50s, and 60s, and we try to reflect that throughout our house.
The idea, design-wise, was to complement my space-age, retro, mid-century modern pieces. Growing up, the science fiction movies were definitely an influence on my furniture designs. I also call my office the Verve Room, which means energy and enthusiasm in the expression of ideas. The pieces in the Verve Room are the sci-fi grid table, the retro Sputnik-style speaker stands, the retro space-age Sputnik Verve lamp, and the cantilevered floating Verve desk, which kind of floats into the wall, docking into the wall. This is based all off of wood, and I made the base first, put it all together, and lacquered it with about 4 coats of lacquer and put a laminate top on it. And then these wings are made out of laminate birch that I cut out and sanded down, and these are bolted to the studs. Another thing I wanted in the Verve Room was either speaker stands or accessory stands. A machine shop took my design and laser cut the steel support and laser cut this one also. And then these are just 1/4-inch steel rods that are actually fed through the holes and welded underneath on both areas. So this is the first furniture piece that I've ever done. It's a retro science fiction influenced coffee table. Basically, it's a shallow box, and then you have 2 layers, which is a translucent plexiglass and a vinyl cut, pretty much like a decal, and regular fluorescent bulbs inside. And they are activated by a little switch that you can pull there.
I'm attracted to Lance's style. My favorite piece in the office would have to be the Verve lamp. It really turned out spectacular.
This was about 6 to 8 months in the making from design stage to finish. And initially designing it, the influences were kind of like a Sputnik lamp and a mid-century modern lamp. And I kind of melded those two together to come up with a Verve lamp. These chrome reflectors here are spun aluminum that are mirror finish polish. And inside the core is a 40-watt bulb. And inside each little tube is an LED light that illuminates each glass orb. So one of my favorite parts of this whole Verve design room is the Starfield ceiling. And the Starfield pattern, I just didn't want any random stars up there. So the Starfield is actually a replica of what you would see in the nighttime sky on April 3rd, 2004, which is actually our wedding date. Basically, it's a 6-foot diameter board that I cut out in a circle and trimmed with flexible panels that trim out to the ceiling. Went on the internet and printed out a Starfield and blew that map up. Once I had that on there, I drilled out 300 plus holes. After I drilled the holes, I covered it with black velvet to create the night sky effect. And once that was done, I spent a few hours putting the actual little threads, fiber optics, inside the little holes. I'm proud of the office and the materials, and everything just kind of came together.
I'm very proud of Lance and what he's accomplished. I think he's taken his ideas to many, many levels beyond what I would have imagined possible in such a short time, and I can't wait to see what comes next.
Coming up on World's Most Extreme Homes, a man who built a fairy tale castle in England, a home in Australia